Day 3 of the Trafalgar tour in Rome is a free day where we chose to explore Castel Sant'Angelo. It's a short ride from the hotel to our drop-off point just across the bridge from the castle. Known as Hadrian's tomb, the Castel Sant'Angelo is a fortress located on the right bank of the Tiber River, a short distance from the Vatican City. Construction of the building began in the year 135 under the direction of the Emperor Hadrian. The famous arched Ponte Sant'Angelo bridge extends from the castle and features 10 exquisitely carved angel statues. In the year 1277, an 800-metre fortified corridor was built that connected the castle with the Vatican City so that the Pope could escape if he found himself in danger. The castle is split into 5 levels, each level giving an amazing view out into the city of Rome. Here we see a statue by
Raffaello da Montelupo.
This is Archangel St. Michael. Raffaello was an apprentice of
Michelangelo.
Here we see the fortified corridor that connects the castle to the Vatican City. Views of surrounding Rome are quite spectacular from the top of this castle, with St. Peter's Basilica easily seen nearby, which we visited the previous day. We move inside to look at the displays of weaponry and armour. We then made our way through rooms that functioned as a papal residency. Pope Paul III lived here for 13 years. Finally arriving at the very top of the castle, we see another great statue of the Archangel Michael. This fortress takes its name from an old legend dating to the worst days of the Dark Ages. At the end of the 6th century AD, after Rome's fall, but still centuries before its Renaissance birth, a terrible plague fell upon the city, with thousands falling ill and the bodies of the dead choking on the streets. Pope Gregory the Great led a procession through the city, praying to God to spare those who still lived. Looking up at the old mausoleum of Emperor Hadrian, long fallen into disuse and ruin, Pope Gregory had a vision of a radiant figure high atop the massive tomb. It was an angel glowing brightly and brandishing a sword. As the Pope watched, the angel lowered his weapon and returned it to its sheath. The meaning was clear: the plague was over, and God's wrath had been put to rest. Today, the statue on top of the castle commemorates this story. Moving our way back through the castle, we find a fashion exhibition. lunch, and we're keen to dine down beside the Tiber River at one of the places we've seen from the top of the castle. We make our way past judicial offices and the Supreme Court. This piazza had a lovely park area and stalls along the walkway.
Two puppies. Two puppies.
The Supreme Court building, known as the Palace of Justice, also houses the Judicial Public Library.
So they have shows down here.
Yeah, at night time.
Yeah.
Again, it's time to have a relaxing lunch, take in some wine, some beer and another pizza. Then we make our way back. Here we are at
Piazza del Campidoglio,
one of the 7 hills of Rome. Designed by Michelangelo, with views across to the Roman Forum.
Look at it, busy as.
Back through the bustling centre of Rome to our hotel where we make plans for our evening meal back with the Trafalgar crew.
Aspetta che facciamo il tagliato. The walls of the railing walls, they've been rebuilt over the years, so they're made
Through one of the gates of the Aurelian walls which run through the city of Rome, we pass through Porta del Popolo, the north gate.
We got 12, 10, 11, 10. While we're waiting, you gotta wait to talk like. Is it an office? Well, that's part of it. No, good. But not for everyday use. I mean, if you remove that central grate, you got about a refurbish that. I'm gonna give these guys just a second. But if the nails are there, the wood will never hit the wood. You know? And the force of the impact is spread out. Tridente. Straight down Central Road. And it's like
Chris then takes us into another church to look at some amazing masterpieces.
Step back for just a second, sir. You can see this is it's a skeleton flying up from the darkness, holding the shield that you found. The coat of arms are 2 oak trees and piles of bags of money. The hands of the cash and the jewelry. This wonderful cards are showing off the power like the most art. Come on. It's the most important thing in the painting. It's the horses. You know, it's not. There's no. It's just it's a close-up. It's just knocked off his horse. It's like, with the metal of his helmet was silver shine, you know? It's
We emerge from the basilica to make our way across the piazza. We head across the piazza, taking in the centre obelisk and fountains as we head towards our evening destination for our evening meal.
Hey, check it out. This is really it's fun.
We have a lovely evening meal that concludes our stay in Rome, and we head our way back by bus and a small tour again, with Chris pointing out many landmarks on our way back to the hotel.
It is amazing, and I mention it because the opening, one of the opening scenes is a party on the roof of that building, and it's it's about this decadent Roman nightlife, and this guy who turns 65 and starts wondering about life. That's what the movie is, and it's an amazing film. I mean, inside this church there's a statue by Bernini of the agony of Saint Teresa of Avila. I find it's really comforting, it's like, that church. It's great, huh?
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for that.
Nice. Okay, thank you for your company. I'm in the lobby if anybody needs anything. Want to say it up?
And so ends our stay in Rome. Tomorrow we travel to Florence.